Back on. I'm going to, it's muted. All right, cool. All right. So, if you don't know me, I am Coach Mel. I am the founder of Coach Mel Movement, and I have been solely working for myself for the last year, since the pandemic actually started back in, well, it started for us officially on March. So, yeah, I've been in business for myself since then. And yeah, so I wanted to come on here, do a special version of Movement is Live, my Movement is Live episode. I normally do them with a guest. But a lot of people don't know who I am, what I do, and so they don't really know kind of, the background or the the impetus for me to create this particular platform where I go and I'm just normally just a curious person, to be honest, and then I just like chatting and talking with people, so especially people who are just really brilliant at what they do. So I created Movement is Live, and yeah, and so I wanted to come on here to, I guess, reintroduce myself or formally introduce myself as, as I am Coach Mel. And yesterday I did a 10-minute presentation with my networking group that we meet up every Wednesday, and I did a we did a well, I did a 10-minute presentation. Every week we do have 10-minute presentations where everybody gets the chance to describe what they do and introduce themselves and introduce their business to the rest of the group. So with that being said, it was my turn yesterday to present myself, and I was assembling the presentation, and while I was presenting the presentation, it occurred to me and it dawned on me that, I've been moving my entire life, and it's basically kind of my I've been preparing for doing this work my whole life. And so I am going to share with you that presentation, and I hope everybody could hear. I was I had some issues yesterday, so going to hopefully that won't happen again. So I think that, okay, yeah, that's why actually I don't have my AirPods in. So want you all to be able to hear. So all right. So I'm going to share my screen, and I am not confident that, yeah, so because I have notes, I read from a script basically this whole presentation. So yeah, so I'm going to do that again because it was 10 minutes and I wanted to keep it at 10 minutes. So all right, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so the screen, and then I'll hit right. Okay, cool. Let me just check on. Yay. All right. So I see on YouTube and I can see. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. Sorry, please bear with me. Okay. No, I think I can advance. Sorry about that. Okay. Always technical issues here. All right. So here we go. I was a super active kid. Loved to dance, loved to play, loved to move. My whole family did. Richard Simmons would come on every morning and just bring joy and positivity. And he'd cry at the end of every episode, and he was just fantastic. With limited options at the time, I would seek out fitness and eventually stick to my favorites. If you had a VCR, you could record the shows like my siblings and I did to rewatch later. But especially in the summertime, I'd get up every morning to work out to Bodies in Motion. Gilad would have to be my all-time favorite instructors. Loved his workouts. He was super motivational, loved his energy. He was the complete package for me. I was particularly obsessed with someday having a body like Trella, who was one of his trainers for many years. The 80s and the 90s were definitely the time to be alive if you were into fitness and athletics. Everybody wanted to be on a Wheaties box. These three were everything to a skinny little Black girl. Debbie Thomas on the left was the first Black person to win a gold medal in the Winter Olympics. Dominique Dawes in the middle earned medal on medal on medal on medal in gymnastics. And then there was Saria Bonali. She was the French figure skater who could do a backflip and land on one foot. But she got docked points every time since the move was illegal, and it still is. Because of such powerful examples, I had confidence and dreams of being competitive one day in either gymnastics or track and field. But my immigrant parents, who were also both MDs, were more concerned about us excelling academically, not so much athletically. Aside from a few recreational classes at the local community college, participating in organized sports were not encouraged growing up. Still, I kept it moving. Fitness was more than just a hobby to perform recreationally. Movement was part of my lifestyle. So I'm just going to go through the years. I went to Florida State. It was a big football school with tons of money to put into a state-of-the-art gym on campus. One of my besties became a trainer and she started coaching me, which was where I learned about progressive load training. Post college, I was still going to the gym and working out at home. And I had moved to Jersey City back in 2006 after photo school and was retouching a bunch in the city, and I was traveling a lot for work. But eventually I got a membership at what used to be called Club H. That's where I started my yoga practice. Fell in love with the athletic style of a couple of their instructors. I became a member of JCF Bootcamp in the summer of 2013 when I met my future boss at a networking event. I told him about my photography business, and he told me about his bootcamp classes and asked me if I'd like to try it out. And I declined right away because number one, I never had a good experience in any workout class labeled bootcamp. And B, at the time, I was more interested in taking a deeper dive into yoga. I went for my trial session, and though I nearly died that day, let's be real, I fell in love with it. The programming had everything I didn't know I'd been looking for my whole life. Athletic training that was a mix of strength, conditioning, agility, and speed work. About a year into my training at JCF, I was approached to be a coach, and I said no. This was playtime for me. I didn't want it to be my job. It took another year, but I finally said yes. I thought I could do it as a side gig, along with trying to still grow my photography business. I became Coach Mel in July of 2015. I didn't know it until I started putting this presentation together, like I said earlier, but I've been pretty much training for this role my whole life. Characteristically, I'm an introvert and a fiercely guarded person. Being this exposed on a daily basis pushed and challenged me in ways I never imagined. In my wildest nightmares, I never pictured myself in a church gymnasium leading a class of 50 people. Being a large group fitness coach, then eventually a operations manager, was good training ground for me. But nothing could have prepared me for 2020. In November 2019, I resigned from my position as operations manager and fitness coach at JCF. In January 2020, I started freelance coaching at another gym a couple times a week and dissolved my photography business in the beginning of March. The goal was to slowly start focusing on my own fitness business because I really wanted to challenge the nearly 5 years of experience I had received. I took a leap of faith and created a strength training for runners program called Stronger Runner that launched February 29th, Leap Day. There were 6 people signed up. There's 6 weeks of training at the gym and at the track all planned out, and guest instructors were lined up to lead workshops. We were going strong for 2 weeks. We received shelter-in-place orders from the governor on March 16, 2020. I had to figure out how to keep everyone moving, how to keep myself moving. I ran a final cycle of the Stronger Runner program in August of last year, where I experimented with giving everyone even more personalized coaching. There were only a few participants, so it was manageable. And I really liked being able to edit each person's training depending on where they were. I began offering one-on-one training in September of last year and received my very first movement one-on-one client in October. Oh, okay, so don't worry about this thumbnail. Today, all of my personal training services are one-on-one, whether you sign up for a movement one-on-one program, which includes the customized workouts and accountability program, or the game plan, which is just the accountability piece. Okay. All right. Let me know how it goes. Bye. All right. So I will stop the screen share. This is where I stop the screen share if anybody had any questions. Nobody. That's all good. Yeah. So this was my way of introducing myself, like I said in the beginning, and really just maybe I think really stepping into this role that I have right now, which I'm really proud of, and I'm proud of where I've been, and I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful to for my history and how this all came to be. So and whatever that's just my guarded nature, so forgive me in that, but I do want to put myself out there more. If anybody has questions, you're more than welcome to always reach out. um, I will be, this is live, this is going live now, but in the description box, I'll put a link to where you can reach out to me directly if you are interested in in a one-on-one training program, or you are interested in accountability, or both, really. Well, that's what the one-on-one training program is, but yeah, we can talk about that. It's a 20-minute discovery call. We can chat and see first of all, if we're a good fit, and to see if the offer is a good fit for you. And yeah, so again, I'm just very grateful, and just want to shout out my sister. She's probably the only one watching right now. I don't know, and my family in general, and love you guys, and love you all my supporters and stuff like that. And yeah, so I'll see you guys, I'll see you guys in another episode of Movement is Live, and we'll have a fresh episode in April. We're already at the end of March, so I'll have a guest on in April. We'll have two episodes now, 2 episodes every month, and so I'll have 2 more episodes with guests on for next month. Or maybe if people are into me maybe doing something live, maybe I don't know, maybe like a live workout, or I don't know, like a Q&A. I don't know what people are interested in. If you wanted me to just kind of just whatever information you want that I can help with, or whatever, provide, let me know. All right, that's it. Thank you so much.